With us once again on set is Sisi, but we have a big announcement to make. That is because Sisi and I decided to work together in a more collaborative way. And Sisi is going to be a correspondent on the Donna Drake show with her show, which is exciting. So it's Sisi Hollywood. So welcome. So excited for this new growth in our friendship, in our journey. And you have been doing amazing things. So Sisi, it all started with Lifestyle 25.
Absolutely. Donna, I always feel like life is a journey. And ever since I walk with the Lord Jesus, what I truly touched me is I understand everything is about the season and time. So, and in the time in the people's concept is like consistent, right? Like a day after day. But actually, time in the biblical, there's two words. One is kairos, which just means everyday life.
Okay.
Another one is means kairos, which just means the seasonal time, which is, you reap a seed and you're waiting for it to grow and it's become blooming and you have harvest. So I believe like everything is about timing. When I studied Forever 25 Lifestyles, let God put that deepest in my heart that it's time to step out. You've been taking care of yourself, you looks good, but why not share that holistic beauty approach, that body, mind, and spirit with the world? And that's why I did it. And the Sisi Hollywood now, you know what, Donna? I feel like a lot of people, they are focusing on what you do. But actually, we need to focus on what we are as a being, what's our whole well-being, yes. And for me, no matter what I do, Forever 25 Lifestyles and CC Hollywood, the core is the same, which is inspire the world and share the goodness just like you. That's why I want to reach out to do this collaboration with you.
I'm really excited about it. And with you being bilingual and you having your big global market and I have a global market, I just think it makes so much sense, you get to go to a lot of fun things, right? Like red carpet events and sporting events and things like that. And so you're going to be bringing us with you. And your interviews are going to be kind of like you said, a holistic approach where you're talking to them about their success, but more about who they are at the core of their being.
Absolutely, yes. Yes, because, Donna, think about it. What connected all of us? What truly connected us is the essence, right? Who we are. We all want to be seen. We all want to be loved. We all want to be heard. And that's the deeper foundation of we connected and we go through the stories. So for CC Hollywood, when I talked to God, I said, because I've been hostess for a very long time, so I told God, I said, I want to do something, to inspire the world. God said, you are doing that through Forever 25 Lifestyles, but now is the time to step out again, which is use those stories to connect with the people. And the interesting part is there are a lot of shows out there. They are focused on your achievement, right? Because especially this society is so jacked up with us. You have to be successful. You have to be amazing. You have to be good at everything. But I think deep down, there's a journey we share with each other. I think that is more valuable. So that's why I told God, I said, how about we do that? Inspire the world one story at a time.
Yes. So, and how you inspire others, right? What's one story that we're going to be hearing about? Like who have you met recently that you're excited about sharing?
Yes. So recently, I met, a really famous comedian. His name is Joe Wong. So he started to get a lot of attention because he was named the funniest person by Joe Biden. So Joe Biden was saying you are actually the funniest person in the world, but he's a Chinese comedian. So as a Chinese, we are not really that nationality cross people like being funny.
Okay.
We can be very hardworking, we can be very sophisticated, we can be a lot of things, but funny is not really much in our culture because we always trained we have to be serious about life.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So
because that's the culture.
It is, right?
Yes.
You have to be serious, otherwise, what would you going to be? And if you tell people I want to be a comedian in China, people think you're crazy. How much money can you make, right? So, So when I met him, and he's he inspired me so much because he was a doctor, You're actually a very successful doctor, in the biological side, So then like he just thinking like for him, he think like humor is almost like a healing method. Because, in deep of our soul, who wouldn't want to have a good laugh, right?
Absolutely.
So like, and then he said, actually, he told me like humor, you can actually training yourself to be humor. You just don't be so serious about yourself, right? And then you can start inspire others through humor. Even though people think, yeah, he's so funny, but he actually is quite inspiring. So, and his life is go through so much deep up and side down, because from a doctor, very honorable, businessman and doctor, but then he has to give up his job.
Yes,
To be a
travel, to do
comedian.
this.
Yeah, and then he actually have to pay people drinks to come to watch his shows
Right.
to start. So that journey, but what I really catch with him, which is how he keep a form, his inside, his beliefs, his thoughts, his mind, and his emotion. He's keep focusing on what he want to see. He want to see that he's standing in the stadium. He's talking to millions of people. And that his humor is transferred to different nations. So he started to see that in the mind first. And then, the outcomes start to reflect what's inside. And that is totally what I want to use those stories that everybody has dream and everybody has imagination, everybody has emotion, right? Which is somehow connected with that through the story. And then we see, oh, he can do that. I can do that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? And that's really at the heart of it, which is
Yes.
exciting because I can't always be everywhere, right? And you can't always be everywhere. But if
Yes.
you could be somewhere and then you could bring us those inspirational stories, right? That we can
Yes.
also share with our audience and vice versa.
Yes.
We've known each other, I guess maybe 2 or 3 years now, Sisi, and I think it's wonderful what you've done. So this skincare line, just for people that don't know what it is, right? Tell us about this briefly, and then we'll go back to Sisi Hollywood show.
Yes,
Okay, so
yes.
what
So-
is your skincare line?
Okay, so Forever 25 Lifestyles, actually, I brought a list for you today.
You did?
Yes,
Yay,
yes,
thank
yes,
you.
yes. So, the core of Forever 25 Lifestyles is we actually take care of the body, mind, and spirit. So like as girls, we always want to look good all the time, right? But the thing is, we don't want to spend too much time, you know. For sometimes like we need to spend 3-4 hours and just put layers after layers after layers, and eventually you feel tired. And something you feel tired, you don't feel enthusiastic to do that every day. So I designed a list, anti-aging 4 steps, which is very, very simple. You just use that day and night. And every step is so profound ingredient. And it's also all like stem cell level. So that people aging is started from the cells, right? And the cells aging, that's where you start to have a wrinkle, and then you start to have all those problems.
You don't have any yet, Cece. You're doing well. Plus, you're using your good products, right?
Yes.
So, right.
And the more important is what, we also go through those programs. We're training how you think, how you cherish yourself. Every girl is beautiful in a unique way. And, when you put up a smile, when you send out that positive affirmation about yourself, I start my day, always tell myself, Sisi, you looks good today.
Yes.
Sometimes you looks perfect. And I always start that, and then I start to put the anti-aging 4 step on, and I always thank God that my age is renewed like the eagles.
Fresh.
And then, yes, fresh. Every day is like fresh, rejuvenation. And we have those kind of programs to help girls. And like I'm really touched, like if you go through the Forever 25 Lifestyles, the social media account, and like so many customers, they give me testimonies. They are lift up when they use Forever 25 Lifestyles. They learned so much about the self-care. They learned so much about self-love. And when you truly loved inside out, and then we have that light and love for somebody else to share. But if we're miserable inside, we have nothing. I heard about a saying I really love.
Okay.
Someone said, don't trust somebody offer your shirt if that person is naked. Right? It's not funny. So if
Now you're funny too. I don't know, Cece, are you going to start doing comedy?
Probably one day.
Probably, yes.
Why not? So if you don't have something, you cannot
Yes.
give to someone else.
I understand.
Right?
Yes.
So then like those girls said like when they watch Forever 25 Lifestyles, we have those videos out and they feel really happy. They feel like, oh, actually, they can be beautiful. And they see their skin transform dramatically in very short period of time and in a very healthy way. So those kind of things just keep inspire me to keep going on. It's not means I don't have challenges, a lot of money we invested and this and that. There's a lot of challenges. Sometimes I ask myself, is it worth it?
It
Right?
is, because then when you show up on that red carpet, Sisi, and you're connecting with people and you're sharing yourself and
Yes.
you're allowing them to tell their story,
Yes.
it's impactful.
Yes.
Right? It really
Yes.
is impactful. So, whether it's one person at a time or millions at a time, we're all in this journey together. And that's what we're going to be watching you. We're going to be watching you travel to all these different places that,
Yes.
we personally can't go to, but we're going to hear these inspirational stories of influencers, some celebrities, some everyday heroes, right? Can't wait. I'm super excited for the journey with you.
I know. And I'm so grateful that we're together. Again, it's about the career. It's the right time right now. And that's why we've been know each other like 3 years now, right? But I have keep thinking about it, but I asked God. God said, wait until
And then
now.
you'll know.
That's the
Yeah,
time.
I agree.
When it is time, you know it. And
Yeah,
it is the time
this
now.
is the time. This is the time.
Yes.
So, where will you be traveling next? Like, do you have a shoot that's coming up soon?
Yes, so we have 2 events coming up. One is in the end of this month,
Okay.
September 27th in Atlantic City. There is their 8th, Boxing Hall of Fame. So I'm very excited. I will be there as their red carpet host to interview all those boxing legendaries. Honestly, I have zero clue about boxing before I started doing this.
But that's okay. But now you know a lot
Now
about
I know,
boxing.
and
Right.
I see their mental strength is so strong, and it's not just about their physical strength, but it's their mental strength. It's how to go through that punching bags and still getting up. And that is the strength that I think, when I talk to them, I felt it. And I felt that is that spirit we all need.
Yes, we do.
Right?
Right.
Yes.
And in fact, when I interviewed Evander Holyfield, that was the one thing he told me. His mom said to him, Evander, if you get beaten, it's okay. But if you keep quitting every time you get beat at everything, you're never going to become a winner. You
Yes.
have to sometimes get knocked down and go forward. Right?
Absolutely.
So I thought that was great advice. So we're going to get great advice from your interviews, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you.
So continued success to you. And you said you had another event. And what's the other event that we're looking
Okay, so
forward to?
another event would be really fun,
Okay.
which is we are going to Canary Island on the end of November, which is there's a movie. It's a crime movie. It's a little bit horror movie, which is done by the director did the Saw series.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
Yes.
It's crime. It's very tense, and it's shooting in the most beautiful location in Canary Island. So we're going to fly there. That movie is starring at Antonio Banderas.
Wonderful.
Yes, and then Ruby Rose.
Lovely.
Yes. So
And you'll
those
be
two.
interviewing with them as well.
Yes, and I will bring up a lot of stories behind of the scene.
Okay.
And I think it's very interesting because those two are very, very interesting person in real life too. So, and also their life has so much up and downs and their personal challenges, their career. So I think we would dive deep. And the one thing about Sisi Hollywood is we are always looking for the location. Each interview is in a very comfortable location, just like you and me right now.
Right.
So we are relaxed, and then we can dive in a lot deeper.
Great.
So when like Donna, when you feel safe, you're much easier to open up, right?
Yes.
So that is, we want that kind of conversation, that a lot deeper and a lot of talks, and so people can actually know the full journey, and they feel inspired.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So you'll be here month after month.
Absolutely.
Sisi
Month
Hollywood
after
segments.
month with
Yes.
you.
Yay.
Yes.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So there you go. We've announced it here. So please join us on our journey. Please follow Sisi on all of her social media. Please look at her product line. And, if you have a suggestion, if you want us to tell a story or you think somebody might be a great guest, please email us. We would love to hear from you. And thank you for watching.